The Advocates Act 1961 is perfectly structured for a 20-mark answer. I will reproduce the content exactly as requested, maintaining the flow, mnemonics, charts and tables for easy review. 5. Admission and enrollment of advocates. Trick to remember the process. QAPER. The process for becoming an advocate is a systematic filter governed by the Advocates Act 1961. It is managed by the State Bar Councils, text SBCs, under the supervision of the Bar Council of India, text BCI. The process follows a logical sequence: qualify, apply, undergo publication scrutiny, gain enrollment, and finally be entered on the roll. Visual overview: the enrollment journey. Detailed breakdown of the process. 1. Q qualifications, Section 24. To be eligible for enrollment, a person must fulfill the following statutory conditions. Think ACE the bar. Age and citizenship: must be a citizen of India and have attained the age of 21 years. C. Course: must have obtained a Bachelor of Laws, text LLB, degree from a university recognized by the Bar Council of India. E. Education and other requirements: must satisfy other requirements prescribed by the text BCI and text SBC, which currently include payment of requisite enrollment fees, clearing the mandatory All India Bar Examination, text AIBE, to secure a certificate of practice. Disqualifications, Section 24A. A person is ineligible if they have been convicted of an offence involving moral turpitude or are dismissed from state employment on charges involving moral turpitude. Note: disqualification due to conviction may be removed after 2 years of release. 2. Application. The eligible candidate must submit the prescribed application form to the State Bar Council, text SBC, within whose jurisdiction they seek admission. The application must be accompanied by all required documents, including the text LLB degree, age proof, character certificate, and the prescribed enrollment fee. 3. P. Publication and scrutiny. The text SBC meticulously scrutinizes the application to verify all qualifications under Section 24. The text SBC may publish the application to invite objections, if any, regarding the applicant's eligibility or character. If an objection is received, the text SBC will hear the concerned parties and decide on the validity of the objection before proceeding. 4. E. Enrollment and R roll, Section 23. If the text SBC is satisfied that the applicant meets all requirements, it passes an order for enrollment. The name of the successful applicant is formally entered in the State Roll of Advocates. The text SBC issues a certificate of enrollment to the person, which is the official license to practice law. 5. Right to practice, Section 30. The final consequence of successful enrollment is the conferment of a statutory right to practice. An enrolled advocate has the right to practice throughout India in all courts, including the Supreme Court, before any tribunal, and to undertake legal consultancy. Special cases. Senior Advocate, Section 16. An advocate with exceptional ability, standing and experience can be designated as a senior advocate by the Supreme Court or a High Court. This distinction is post-enrollment and subjects the advocate to certain rules, e.g., they must work with a junior advocate. Other advocates. All advocates who are not designated as senior advocates are simply referred to as advocates. Summary table. The enrollment process. Stage mnemonic. Key action. Governing section. Qualifications. Fulfill conditions of age, citizenship, and text LLB. Degree. Section 24. Application. File application with fee and documents to the State Bar Council. Publication and scrutiny. SBC scrutinizes documents and hears objections, if any. Enrollment. SBC orders the name to be entered in the roll. Section 23. Roll. Name is entered in the state roll. Certificate of enrollment issued. Section 23. Consequence. Advocate can practice in all courts and tribunals in India. Section 30. Final 20-mark answer structure. Question. Explain the procedure for admission and enrollment of advocates as prescribed under the Advocates Act 1961. Ans. Introduction. The admission and enrollment process under the Advocates Act 1961 is the formal gateway to the legal profession in India. It is a structured procedure administered by the State Bar Councils, text SBCs, designed to ensure that only qualified and ethically fit individuals are authorized to practice law. Body. The procedure for admission and enrollment. Text Q-P-R. 1. Qualifications and eligibility. The Q, Section 24. The first step is meeting the statutory criteria. The applicant must be an Indian citizen, at least 21 years old, and hold an text LLB degree recognized by the text BCI. They must also fulfill text BCI requirements, such as clearing the text AIBE. Disqualification arises from conviction for offences involving moral turpitude, text section 24A. 2. Application, the A. The eligible candidate submits a prescribed application form along with supporting documents, degree, age proof, etc., and the required fee to the text SBC of the state where they wish to practice. 3. Publication and scrutiny, the P. The text SBC scrutinizes the application and may publish it to invite public objections. If an objection is raised, the council is obligated to conduct a hearing and decide on its merits before proceeding with the enrollment. 4. Enrollment, the E and the roll, the R section 23. If satisfied, the text SBC orders the applicant's name to be entered into the state roll of advocates. The text SBC then issues a certificate of enrollment, which is the official license granted to the advocate. 5. The outcome right to practice, section 30. The culmination of this process is the conferment of a statutory right to practice. An enrolled advocate is legally entitled to practice in all courts and tribunals throughout India. Special category, senior advocates. Post-enrollment, advocates with distinction can be designated as senior advocates, text section 16, by the Supreme Court or a High Court, reflecting their superior standing and specialized knowledge. Conclusion. In conclusion, the text Q-M-P-M-R procedure for admission and enrollment is a meticulous, multi-stage filter that upholds the integrity and standards of the legal profession. This process ensures that every individual entering the profession is competent, ethically fit, and duly authorized, thereby safeguarding the administration of justice and public interest.